It's summer, which means beaches, vacations, and hurricane season. Living in North Central Florida, we treat hurricanes a little bit differently than a coastal town. So I want to give you an idea of what you should expect if you're living in Gainesville during hurricane season. The official start date of hurricane season is June 1st in Florida, and it runs all the way to November 30th, which means, quite conceivably, you could have hurricanes over Thanksgiving, though, knock on wood, it's pretty rare in our area. Because we're in North Central Florida, Gainesville is relatively landlocked, which means hurricane season is a bit different for us than perhaps Miami or Tampa or some of these more coastal cities that are right on the water. Because we are more landlocked, our risk for major hurricanes is a lot lower than other areas. In fact, according to homefacts.com, Gainesville, Florida is incredibly low on the scale for hurricane risk. Part of why that risk is lower is because being landlocked means we don't have the same concern as coastal areas for the big storm surges that can come in and cause major flooding. And because a hurricane has to travel over a bit of land to get to us, usually by the time it hits us, its category number has dropped. So if it starts on the coast as a 4 or a 3, by the time it comes to us, it might be downgraded to a 2 or even a 1. As a Gainesville resident for almost 20 years, I've lived through quite a few hurricanes, and the biggest things that you can expect when you're in Gainesville during a hurricane are rain, wind, power outages, and downed trees. And while evacuations for Gainesville are a lot less likely during hurricane season, it's still always good to take the proper precautions, make sure your house is stocked with everything that you need, or that if an evacuation was to be called, you're prepared to do that. The really highly rated hurricanes and super bad storms don't typically hit Gainesville. And according to homefacts.com, the last time Gainesville had a Category 4 hurricane was 1968. And the last time they had a Category 3 hurricane was my freshman year of college in 2004. So my inaugural hurricane season in Gainesville was a bit eventful, but I made it. And funny story, in my dorm room, the whole dorm was out of power and it was August and sweltering. But I went to go into the bathroom where I had an electric toothbrush and I saw the little green light on, which meant we had power. Oddly enough, it was just that one outlet though, but boy was it amazing because the extension cord I had kept our fridge running and allowed us to plug in an oscillating fan, which made all the difference in the world. But speaking of having all the appropriate things for when your power goes out, do not miss my next video because it's all about hurricane prepping and what you should have on your list and on hand. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.